Yo, what's up guys, this is Alex from Ball State Yu-Gi-Oh Club. Today I'm going to be talking with y'all about my top 5 favorite XYZ monsters of all time. XYZ monsters, pretty easy to make. It's kind of what I came into. I came into, I guess, the hat format, and that was the first competitive deck that I ever played, so I got to see what rank 4 toolboxing was like, and I really like the XYZ mechanic a lot. So here's my top 5 favorite XYZ monsters of all time. Starting off with the homie Exciton Knight. Everybody remembers him. Banned for his OP effect, and they probably wanted to push pendulums a little bit. Funny story about this. This was actually given to me by a friend, Tyron. He wanted to get into Yu-Gi-Oh for a brief second before he left for Georgia and stayed there. That's where he originates. But when he got a Megatin, this was one of the cards he pulled. And as he was leaving for Georgia, he didn't think he was going to be playing Yu-Gi-Oh that much, so he just gave this to me, which was pretty awesome because at the time it wasn't like a crazy expensive card since it got reprinted. I mean, I guess $35, $30 is still fairly expensive, but yeah, he just gave this to me as like a parting gift, and that was pretty dope because this card was OP as fuck when it was out. Moving on, another Evil Swarm, Ouroboros or Boros, however the fuck you want to say it. Requires a 3 material, but when I played it, or still play it, and they're my rank 4 spam decks, it's really relevant. The fact that you can utilize 3 of its effects are really awesome. Being able to rip cards out of your opponent's hand is great. I love that mechanic in any deck, and if I can use it, I usually will. It allows you to see what they're playing turn 1, if you can get it out, or like turn 2 if you use it with the Seraph engine. Oh my goodness, this card is so OP. So yeah, this is one of my favorite, and the artwork is just really nice. Pretty much any of my favorite Synchro XYZ, Fusion, anything, I'm probably gonna like the artwork as well. I don't know. I mean, some people probably don't think it's a good idea to like cards just based on the way they look. But these aren't just based on the way they look. Their effects are pretty OP as well. But yeah, moving on. This man right here, I'm going to put him in defense position. Gauntlet Launcher. I love this guy, man. Being able to utilize the effect twice in one turn is great. I love it. It cleared the field back in the day when I would play the rank 6 version of Heretics, and I could just push for game. With Gauntlet Launcher, clear the field, and it was really nice. But yeah, and his ulti. Sexy. This one has some sentimental value. This next guy right here, Big Eye. So this was the first XYZ monster that I actually pulled out of the Galactic Overlord pack. I had no idea at the time what it was. I was trying to build Battling Boxers, if that gives you any kind of hint of what kind of a player I was when I first got into the game. I mean, that's how everyone is when they first get into the game. But anyways, I digress. Yeah, this was the first monster I pulled out of a pack. I pulled the Secret, or the Ultra, or something. I don't know. I pulled it out of the Galactic Overlord, and when I went to my very first Yu-Gi-Oh Club meeting on Ball State, I traded this card away to one of my friends, Matt, not knowing that it was a really good card. I'm sure he probably got a really good deal, but that's my own fault for not knowing that this card at the time was really expensive. But yeah, besides the fact that it has really cool artwork and the fact that it's got some sentimental value, for me at least, the effect is super, super dope. I don't use it a lot anymore because I don't really play a lot of decks that utilize rank 7s. I guess it's like my budget, Odd Eyes, Magicians, but other than that, I don't utilize this card a lot anymore, but it's still one of my favorites, and I would probably never trade this again. Learn my lesson. And my final XYZ monster, Hermetic Sun Dragon, Overlord of Heliopolis. I know it's a mouthful. I used this in Heretics when I first played the deck. I played a lot of different versions of it just because I really liked the fact that I could swarm the field and potentially OTK. And this guy right here just allowed me to clear the field a lot faster and better facilitate those OTKs that I loved so much when I got into the game originally. But yeah, those are my favorite monsters. If you guys have any specific monsters that you like as well, you should you should maybe mention them in the comment section. I might not have heard about them. Because like I said, I've only been in this game for about 2.5 years, so there are still probably some XYZ monsters out there that I haven't heard about that have some really badass art, some really badass effects. So yeah, just let me know in the comment section, and like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And this is me, Alex, signing out for Ball State Yu-Gi-Oh! Club. Catch you later, y'all.